take off the cover first. These are, the only thing we're using right now are 10 millimeter and 8 millimeter. That's pretty much all you use to do all this stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. So it's held on by the 2 bolts. And then you have the suction cups on the back. That's it. Now we got it. You can access it. Here, since I got on that view, let me go ahead and grab the camera and move it over a little closer. So on this one, we're going to take it off. Got two tabs here, one here and one on this side. Just take it and pull it out. Okay. Now you have a little more access. You don't have to take it off to do this part, but you can go ahead and disconnect the battery. Pretty simple. Just take it and pull it straight up and move it to the side. You don't want it touching any metal parts. And just disconnect it. And then while you're over here, you're going to disconnect this from the air part. Just press down on that and pull it off. It comes off very easy, so you don't have to pull hard. Very easily. These are 8 millimeter pieces, and this is a 10 millimeter piece. So I'll go ahead and loosen this. This thing is great, these little trays with the magnet on it, because it'll stick the magnet parts, but there's so much plastic on this thing, there's not really a metal piece for it to fit. But it holds everything in there. Because if you watch videos, you see everybody's like putting things in weird spots and trying to make it fit everywhere. But you can always throw stuff there. I see a lot of them do that. It comes right off. And that's where you could always replace the air filter if you want to. On this side of it there, you'll see that there's 2 connections. Easier for me to just show you. Sensor here that you just turn and pull right out. Now this is disconnected. Now you have some hose you have. So on the original video I had to do an update here because we couldn't see it well enough. So you got to remove this air hose here. And then when you remove this, you just kind of wiggle it up to get it off. Now it's still connected right here. So you got to pop that off. But once you have that off, you can get it out of the way. I got another hose here. You want to squeeze down on that and bring it back. But you gotta be careful because you can snap it easily. I broke the one when I did it before. Let's just take out the back part first. That's what we're supposed to do. All right, so squeeze down this back, pop that off, and then squeeze this one down. It comes right off. I did it out of order, but I just did it in order this time, so that's fine. I just keep a little shop towel around. I like to wipe everything down whenever I work on it. Sometimes I'll spray like the engine cover just to keep it clean. So we have this one to come off. I've seen different ones talking about push down, pop it up. Okay, so here's a better angle of what I was doing here. Now on this little red tab, it's really hard to get up, but if I use this little pry bar, I can pop it up. See, you can hear the click. That means it's coming up. And as soon as you do that, it comes right off. Now, right on the back part here, you'll see it's connected into 2 little tabs. Just pop that off. And when you do that, you can just move it out of the way. And it'll be out of the way for the rest of, as long as you're working on it. Now, we still have some electrical components. Okay, so here's a better angle of what we got over here. So we have a couple electrical connections we have to disconnect. On these ones, you always got to pull down the red piece. See, it moved a little bit. And then with that, there's enough pressure. You just press down on it, and it releases this tab. See here, let's see if we can close up in on that. See, and then that releases it. It takes it off of that. So we use a pry piece to get these up. As you can see, rid of that, and then we'll use our pry piece to. So here's a connection we have to. Here's an electrical connector we have to disconnect. This is good. So it's connected on right here. So you see right there. So you kind of wiggle it off to get it off there. Right. You see how. So now we got to get just want to push down on it. Let's see, is that a better angle for you to see it? Push down, pull it. See, this is the connector. So we took this piece off. This is the piece we got to remove. So if you see the bottom side, there's this little white tab here. You're going to press on the tab and pull it. And it comes right off. Now, save up 2 of those there. And that will disconnect all your wiring. Now, you're going to have to remove this. Look at that, already worked the glove. We'll remove this, and then we're going to unscrew I think this is the EGR, but I'm horrible with names. I can't remember anything. So we're going to unscrew this, and then we'll be able to take the manifold off. All right, so on my kit I showed you earlier, this was one of the pieces. This is great for taking off hoses. So this one gets the most use out of that kit. And we have a hose here that we're going to have to take off. So you just click it around the sides, and this thing automatically clicks to hold in place. This is so much better than like using pliers or something, really. So watch. You just squeeze down on it and move it out of the way. It's that simple. I mean, I'm doing this with one hand, so. And then this will come off when we unscrew this. So these are 10mm bolts. This one underneath it. So you have 3 that hold this in, and then there's a third one all the way down here. So see that one right there? That's the one that you're going to need a deep socket to get off. And then we had 2. So those are 3 logic ones. So here's my deep socket, 10mm. Go ahead. Now, I've seen the Mopar mechanics leave this on, but it's easier if I just do it this way. See, I replaced the glove. So if I had 2 hands, it would go a little quicker, but I'm just showing you how I hold it. So see, it comes out, and you pull on it. Well, I guess I do need 2 hands to really get this off. All right, so you see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop it off. I never did hit start again. I was just talking. So these are the 3 bolts that how it's attached. Those are 3 bolts, or the nuts you have to take off that the bolts are on. And this is the valve, so it's really not that dirty. It's in pretty good shape. So there was a recall actually on this when the car was new, so I guess I'm glad that got done. But if you see, you have two 10mm bolts here and two 10mm bolts right here that are hard to get to. That's where you use the open-ended wrench to get it. At these two we can actually get with the power tool. And then we have 8mm bolts we have to unscrew to take the manifold off. Let's go ahead and do that.